Hi, everyone. Hi, Diane. This is Shirley from Shirley's World, and it's Sunday. Hi, Bumblebee. Yeah, it's just us girls. We'll see how many come on today. I'm here to do my Sunday sold video. What sold through the week, even though I've done ship with me's. I like to put it all together on a Sunday and tell you the numbers it came out to be. Slow week again, but I'm not listing anything new, so it's not a surprise. But every day I'm listing and ending things that are going to come due to relist. I'm trying to catch all those and put them, end them. They go in your unsolds, and then I can relist them, not relist, sell similar, as many as I want every day. So I've been doing quite a bit. I've been doing 10 to 15, sometimes 20. I think I did actually 20 today. I make sure that the titles are okay. Some I change altogether, which I think works better. And I make sure the shipping has changed to ground advantage. And also, I'm changing, make sure all the promoted listings are down where I want them to be. So, hi, Donna. Yeah, Bethany just walked in. Let me show you. Put her in the shot here. Penny. Hi. Yeah, so not too great a week as far as selling goes. I need a higher chair or a lower computer. This particular desktop computer, this iMac, it's big. You know, it has a huge screen, so that means the camera is way up at the top of the screen. So that's one problem. Yeah, and I'm trying to look at what's going on the screen, and I'm not looking at the camera most of the time. So sorry about that, because I like to read the comments. But yes, I sold. I sold 8 eBay items. Now, it was 7 sales because one was bundled, or, in a cart, they call it. And I sold 8 Poshmark. So pretty even again this week. Yeah, they've been even for the last sort of 3 weeks, I think, which is good. I'm trying to do the relisting on Poshmark at least a couple times a week because McThriftsy thinks that works really well. So since she said that, and I watch her, I'm trying to do that. I have to do one this afternoon after this. On Poshmark, I have things, going over share. I have things sharing at early in the morning, like 8, I think. Then I have things not shared till 4 in the afternoon. They're being shared right now. And then I think 8 or 9 at night. So sometime in between there is when I have to do the you know, relist things, your old listings. But you can the whole thing only, you can't do more than, I think the limit is 8,000 shares when it comes down to it. So it keeps adding it up all day long. And once it gets to the amount of shares that you're allowed to share, it doesn't do it anymore. So it just shuts off for that day. Bumblebee thinks it works too. The relisting. Maybe that's what's keeping my Poshmark going. I don't know. Could be. So I'm doing something on both of those platforms every single day. So I have things, I hope I have my photo room set up here also, because I have pictures I want to show you. I was unable to do it last week. I'm going to try again. If it doesn't work, I don't know. I'll have to go on and ask some people from YouTube some questions. But first of all, I'm going to share my screen and show you what I did sell. First, we'll do eBay. I want to show you my little graph because it's very sad. I only sold 4 days. You can see 4 days. I had 3 0 days if you count today, because so far I haven't had any sales. So I've only sold these things on 4 days. So yeah. So let's see what I did sell. Now I've showed these already on the Ship With Me, so people that watch that'll know I sold these. This was that cute little jacket, vintage JH Collectibles jacket, women's size 8. That's a vintage size, so it's quite small. This pretty plaid is all lined. It buttons up the front. It's really nice. It's wool. So I sold that for $19.99. And it is going to someplace in Illinois, Bumblebee. And sold for, $19.99. So that was a first nice sale I got. And the second sale is something that I've had for a while. This is by Pop Sugar, which I had never heard of. So I'm pretty sure this came in a box. Not positive. I may have picked this up because it was new with tags. It was a cute little jumpsuit, but it was a size extra small. But somebody bought it for $12.99. I think that was the best offer, and it is going to California. The next thing is this XXI twist. I have had this forever. It's been up in my closet with some other dressy things, and I almost forgot about it, but somebody bought it. It's a short little dress. This zipper, it has a zipper all the way down the front, and it has tooling hanging out the hem like a little ruffle. It's a cute little dress, but it is a size, this is a size small, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even extra small. It's gray and black. So that sold for $15.19 in a 20% off sale. I'm sure I didn't start that off at that price, but as it got older and older in my closet, in my inventory, I kept lowering the price. Next thing is the first part of this little bundle they bought on eBay. She put it in the cart and asked so many questions about it. Took her half a week to finally buy it, but she did. I had my doubts whether she was going to end up buying it, but she did. So this is a Knox Rose military jacket type in a size small, olive with these black stars. This was so cute. If this had fit me, I probably would have kept this for myself. Yeah, this sold for $19.54. And the second thing in that cart was this little knit jacket by Zenergy, which is a Chico's sport brand. It's a petite medium, striped. It has a hood, zips all the way down the front, has pockets, and this sold for, need my magnifying glass, $15.29. Now this is the sale that when it's put together on a cart on eBay, they put it together, but they charge the buyer double on shipping, but you're going to put it in one package. So you have to go on before you mail it, and you have to refund the buyer something, So I refunded her $13.99, and she ended up paying for both of those items $48.98. And then I saw this Vineyard Vines knit top. It's blue and white stripes, sort of nautical looking. Just a nice summer knit top. This sold for $19.54. And this went to Pennsylvania. That cart went to, where'd that cart go? The cart went to New Mexico, I remember. Because that was the problem. It was too much shipping when she saw that first amount. I would have said that too, for sure. So the next thing is this, another top I've had for a long time. First of all, the clue is a white background. Second clue is it's on a mannequin. I don't use mannequins anymore, except when it's really necessary. This is by Orvis, which is a good brand. Button front shirt. It's a plain blue shirt. This sold for $17 best offer, which I took. And this went to Houston, Texas. And the last thing on eBay was this set of pajamas by Donna Karan, which is a sort of a fancy brand, I think. Donna Karan sleepwear, very soft. This is navy and white, a two-piece. It's made out of viscose, so it's it's soft. And this sold for $18.69, and this went to Texas. And that was my eBay sales. Were my eBay sales. Okay, let's go to Poshmark here. This is an American Eagle white ribbed, just a plain little t-shirt. It's their soft and sexy line, which is super soft. And I think it was ribbed. Yeah, I think it was ribbed. And it was size here? Small. Size small. Sold for $12. Next is this Beach Lunch Lounge button-up shirt. This is the one I just recently put on. It had those little owls all over it. It's sort of a novelty shirt. Button up the front, long sleeve, and it's the size 1X. It sold for $17. And I didn't put what I netted out of that on here. I usually write it on here. It's the one thing I didn't. But it's 20% off 17. Next thing is this, where are you? Ralph Lauren cowl neck sweater. It's a size large, gray, and this was also really soft. This sold for $22, but it had a shipping discount of $202, so I made $15.58 for that one. Next is a Banana Republic Bermuda shorts, women's size 4. These had some stretch in them, just your basic black shorts in a size 4. I got $18 for those. I netted $14.40. Went to Eugene, Oregon. Next thing is this nice bright sweater, Style & Co. red button front cardigan. Had the shorter sleeves, like almost dolman sleeves, and it had these buttons that looked like wood. I don't think they were wood, they were faux wood. But it made a cute sweater, size extra large, sold for $17, and I netted $13.60, and this went to Crestview, Florida. And the last thing I sold on Posh was a pair of Torrid jeans, Feel the Fit jeggings, size 3, and button waist. They had the 3-button waist there, size 12S. Now, I looked up because somebody asked me what that meant, the S. So I looked it up for sure. The S does not mean short pants. The S means a shorter rise. So I had written down what the rise was, 10. To me, that's a medium rise, but that's what that S means. That's what it said. So it was a soft cotton blend, stretchy. This sold for $22. There's a shipping discount of $202. So I netted $15.58 for these, and they went to Santa Rosa, California. So let me show you the numbers. This is just eBay. Total sales gross $197.97. You could say $198. Selling costs $81.75. Net sales $106.39. Average sale price on those 8 items was $24.75. Now let me just say, next week you can see the difference here. Next week will be the first of the month in the week, so I will get charged right here an extra $60 for my store. So this number would have been much lower. Like next week, it's going to be low. Just warn you. It always surprises me, but that's what causes it. The first of the month, that's taken out of there for your eBay things. It's an extra $60 taken out for a premium store. So let me come back here. And tell you what Poshmark's numbers were. Poshmark, I sold 7. What did I say here? I have it written down somewhere. 8 Poshmark items. And I grossed $108, netted $86.81. Average selling price only $18. Now the average selling price on Poshmark was $24.75. But when they do the average selling price, that includes shipping. So it's not just the price they're paying. It's the average selling price on the total the customer is paying. So yeah, so for both platforms, the total amount I sold, I netted $193.20. Now I have to take out cost of goods for all those items, which was another extra $49. So I really made $144.20 all week. So things are not good in Shirley's selling world. But I'm also not listing anything new. So yeah, it has a lot to do with it. Let me see where we are in the chat. Yes, I am working through my inventory, and I'm so happy every time I sell an old piece. And believe me, I'm taking offers, except like one I got today. This had been marked down from like $20 down to way down to $12. This piece, I forget what it was. They offered me $6. No, it's not worth me using my shipping supplies. I'm sorry. I put it on a big sale, and that's the sale's the sale. So that's the only offer I think I didn't take all week. I don't take really low ball offers. I mean, that low. So Riri's here. Things are moving out a little bit at a time. Yeah. That little dress was perfect whimsigoth. Well, I didn't know that when I listed. I didn't know those words. I thought of goth and grunge when I sold it, but by that time it was too late. I should have put that on 2 years ago when it's been on there at least a couple years. Yeah. That's why probably going through your inventory and reworking your titles would be good. But I'm busy doing other things, and I couldn't even tell you what. Brylan's here. Hi, Brylan. I don't know if everybody watches the things Brylan sells every day. She sells something almost every day or every other day, and it's such a conglomeration of things. That's why I like to watch it. I'm always surprised at the things you sell, at the different things. I like watching that. Jane, yeah, James. Bumblebee, did you counter? I did not counter. When those really low ball offers come in, I don't counter. I should. I know. Sometimes they're just testing. But I do it quick. I probably do it so quick because it just upsets me, which is really dumb. But That's why I have to get better at that. I should counter $1 under is what I should do. Yeah, you didn't know those words way back then either. No. Yeah, whimsical. What'd you say? Whimsigoth. Whimsigoth. I never heard of that one either. Grunge and punk and goth. I know. Yeah. You love the over offers. When do you get those? Ah, I've never gotten an offer. Uh, somebody mentioned, I was mentioning, I was getting headaches all the time. And I've had them, and I've noticed somebody said maybe it's eye strain. Excuse me. And the more I thought about that, the more I was keeping track of when I was getting them. And the biggest time I start to get them is when I'm doing my puzzle. And I am sure she is right. It is eye strain because here's what happened. Almost a year ago, I got new glasses. These are not my new glasses. The prescription on my new glasses, even though I paid a huge amount for the frames, I don't have good eye coverage. The frames never fit right. I've had them adjusted 2 or 3 times, they still don't fit right. But that's not the problem. The problem is the prescription has to be wrong. I can see better with these old glasses than I can with the new glasses. There are certain things, if I'm just reading, the new glasses are better. But to have them on all the time because I have the progressive lenses, I have to look. I don't put on different glasses for everything, and I don't have like trifocals. I have the progressive lenses. I've always had those. And they are just, the trouble is, I should have taken them back immediately because then they would have been paid for. I mean, getting a new prescription. They would have had to give me a new prescription and it would have been paid for. But it was during the winter. I wasn't doing much driving. And that's what happened. Now when I take them back in, I may as well wait till it's a year when I can get a new prescription, it'll be covered. The prescription's covered. It was why I picked out these expensive frames is beyond me at this point. Yeah, but yeah, as soon as I start working on my puzzle, which hopefully when I share my screen again, I'll be able to show you I'm doing so well on my puzzle, but it's costing me headaches, but I'm still determined. When you sell similar, we should check your titles for new keywords. Yes, I should. Yeah, then I could actually, and the ones on Poshmark too. I know when you do when I have my things set to new, do new listings on my bot that it stops the listing and then redoes it. I've never done that myself. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. uh, because the trouble with the new frames, here's the problem, in case anybody could possibly be interested in this. The new frames, the earpiece is too long, okay? So the glasses keep falling down on my nose like this. I've gone in to have them. These frames should have never been sold to me. They don't fit me. So I've gone to get them adjusted 3 times. They still just do it. So now I've reverted to buying those little ear things that go here. I haven't put them on yet. This isn't my new frames. These frames fit me. So I might as well just have a new prescription put in these frames. But I'll never get the money back. If I told you what I paid for those new frames, you'd think I was crazy. So I'm not going to tell you. Because they weren't really covered more than $30 or something. It was horrible. I think I was in shock. We'll go with that. Yeah, these are very substantial frames. I mean, these get banged around like crazy, and they've always been great. Why I thought I needed new frames is, I don't know. Okay. Now, I was doing so well buying, not buying so much on Amazon, buying online. And this month's bills are fairly low, but I sort of went crazy buying new bird feeders, which is what I want to show you. Let's see if I can do that. First of all, I'm going to share my screen again and see if I can show you I think I can here. Now, you can see all my photos, right? Hopefully. And I'll see if I can blow these up. Yes. Can you see that? Because I can see your comments too. Can you see this little bird feeder? Yes. Good. This I put up yesterday. I had an extra shepherd's hook in the garage, so I just stuck it down here, and I can see this out my side window. This goes out to where I go across the driveway to the barn or the garage where I keep my chickens. So I put one right here. Now that big bumbly tree that the squirrels live on is right over here. Right over here. So I know the squirrels are probably going to get up and steal those some of that seed, but the birds are using it already, and I just put it up yesterday. So this is another. I'm going to show you all my bird feeders. This is another one out another window in my family room. I have one of these tube feeders. This only little birds go to. This is my favorite bird feeder right here. This is the one the chipmunk was jumping into, so I put a baffle here, and now he can't do that anymore because the bush here isn't close enough that he can't make the leap. So this is bird seed, and this is suet, a double suet feeder. My bird bath is right over in front of that. I didn't take a picture of that. Here's my new platform feeder. It's out there too in the same area. And then you can just see another feeder back here, this one. This is supposed to be squirrel proof. If they go on these perches, it closes. It closes the hole. It's on a spring thing. But, I don't think the chipmunks are heavy enough to work it. I think the chipmunks can still get on here, but the squirrels can't. It'll close the hole for the squirrels. Now, I really like that red feeder, so I bought another one. These are the two new feeders I bought. This is out my kitchen window. Another red bird feeder. I really like this style of bird feeder. It holds a lot. Look, it has a little roof over the birdies when it's raining, that they stand in there. And this is another double suet feeder. I have a lot of birds come to suet. I had a suet hanging there in the meantime. And here is the famous puzzle. This is where I'm at the moment. This is one of the hardest puzzles I've done. So it's all these breeds of dogs. And here is the English pointer right down here. And here's the beagle, bumblebee, right over here. I haven't finished the St. Bernard up here. My black labs are up here. Every kind of dog I've ever had. So I love this puzzle. But it's hard. It's really hard. And I think it's so much white on it. What's what makes it hard. Yeah. I have my dog walker, Jolene, has spoken for this puzzle for me to loan this to her next. She wants to try it. She does puzzles too. And then I'm going to give this right back to my son for him to try it because he does really hard puzzles. So that's my show and tell for today. I'm going to come back here. Yeah, well, it's good to know I can show my pictures. So you'll probably have that at the end of each at the end of each thing. I can put my pictures in my photo album and show you. Yeah, I love watching the birds. It's taking, believe me, I buy about 40 pounds of bird seed a week. And the trouble is, it's not just the birds. I have things stealing my bird seed at night. Last night, my bird feeders were full when it got dark. But the dog all of a sudden goes racing toward the window in the family room. So I knew there was something out there on the bird feeders. Now, sometimes it's raccoons. Sometimes it's the deer. They'll come that close to the house. And if they're hungry enough, they'll eat out of your bird feeders. So it's, it's spring. They've been all winter foraging, the deer. So at this time of year, they should be able to find things at this point. Things are coming up all over the place. Does anybody else have their daffodils blooming? They're not blooming yet, but they have buds on them. My daffodils are 6 inches out of the ground and have little buds on them. So it happens so quick as soon as it gets warm. Yours are blooming. Well, of course, yours are blooming. Brylan lives in Louisiana. Blooming in Idaho too? Oh, I bet mine won't take long. I bet in a week or two mine will be blooming. Yeah, that's the start of garden season. I didn't do any winter sowing, however, so everything's going to be planted just the regular way I plant in little pots. I've everything ready in the basement to make all my little pots. And then or just wait till I plant in the ground. Chickens are good. They one of the white chickens got out of the fence yesterday. Luckily I saw her because she got out of the fence, couldn't get back in again. That's the problem. They get out one way, they don't remember how they got out, so they can't get back in again. So I went around, I put her back in, got around, and fixed a whole bunch of places in the fence. And, yeah. What had happened is a limb had fallen down on the chicken fencing. I have the premium fencing system. It's like netting all around the chickens, and it's a limb fell down on it enough to bring the fencing down to it was only like 3 feet off the ground. Well, they can fly over that no problem. So I'm sure that's what happened. Yeah, well, I got her back, I corralled her back in, and she's safe. I've gotten 4 eggs so far from my girls. The last 2 I got were from another one. It wasn't exactly the same egg as the first 2 were from. The next 2 were from another, very similar, so it's probably from the other white chicken. Because my one that lays chocolate eggs, even though she's old and she doesn't lay really dark eggs anymore. She's losing her dye for the eggs. They're still darker than the white. They're both fine. Penny's fine. She wasn't feeling so good that day or a couple days. I don't know. Here's what I think. She goes out and she, where I put that path to get to the garage in the winter, it was all the old shavings that came out of the coop. Well, there's chicken poop in there. And dogs eat, this is gross, but dogs eat chicken poop. So I think she just ate too much chicken poop. And when I see her doing that, I make her stop and bring her right back in. But, those are the days she doesn't feel good. Now, Kitty's doing fine. This coming Wednesday, she goes to get her blood tested to see how her sugar's doing. I think she's going to need more insulin again, but we'll see where it stands at the moment. They do a fructosamine, so it's an average of the past 3 months. If it's the same as of humans, fructosamine. It couldn't be just for that minute. That wouldn't tell you anything. Uh, oh dear. My cat, I'd have to figure it out. My cat she's at least 10. She's at least 10. And you know that Penny, I got her when she was 4 years old, and I've had her 6 years, which surprised the heck out of me. But I looked up her papers that I got from the rescue, and yeah, so she's 10 years old. Now, they were just guessing on the 4 years old when I got her, because when they get a rescue in, they don't know exactly. They just go by what the vet thinks, the age of the dog is. So, yeah, they're both about 10. My animals live pretty long, except all three of my pointers before. Now, she's not all pointer, but three of my pointers um, have gotten bone cancer. No, two have gotten bone cancer and one got lung cancer. So I don't know. We'll see. My son is having a hard time right now. They have a very old Weimaraner. That's his favorite breed, and she's old. I don't know how old she is. She's got to be 14 or older, and her back legs are giving out. She's having all kinds of neurological problems now, and my son is very upset. It's his dog. And yeah, so I don't know. It's not a good turnout for that. They're just giving her lots of love. I found out last night when I was talking to him, but that's the reason why he's been laid off so long. He's worked for this company. The lady that owns this company is a good friend of ours. And so he has been working for her for years and years and years. He's a wonderful worker, I guess. And she lets him do pretty much what he wants as far as working when he wants and getting laid off. Now, he's in the union, so he gets paid when he's laid off. And he told me that's the reason hasn't been working, is because he can't leave the dog. They can't leave the dog alone completely. So my daughter-in-law works, but she's about to retire. So as soon as she retires, he's going back to, to more steady work. He's in construction. So we do everything for our animals. I brought my kids up like that, just like me. Yeah. My daughter is the same, and that's why she's having such a problem getting over her horse. But she's doing a little better, and this new job has helped a lot. Yeah, they come first. So I hate to end on a sad note, but my two are doing okay. So that is what I sold. I got to show you my pictures. I probably have to buy more bird seed this week. Sales are okay. Are your sales okay, Jane? Yeah. for me. Yeah, they're as good as I can expect at the moment, I guess. I don't think people are buying a whole lot like they did a few years ago. So we just go with the flow. So I'm going to close. Hopefully, I'll have some ship with me videos during the week. And I'll be back on for another chat on Thursday evenings at 7. So I'll try to get some more pictures. Now that I know how to do this, I'll get some more pictures put together on my photo album and show you. Ah, bye, Brylan. Bye, everybody. See you in the next one.